Stop. Okay, so this session is on what to do for a patient for a trach that is intubated orally. You can also use this technique if the patient is intubated nasally. I won't bore you with the details of why we do what we do. Suffice to say that to fail at this is a catastrophe. The patient isn't going to do well, and we have had a couple of patients die because the surgeon did not get the trach into the trachea, got the trach in paratracheally, told the anesthesia provider it must be in, squeezed like crazy. The anesthesia provider squeezed the circuit very aggressively and proceeded to collapse the trachea. So on every single patient, what we do is we take any size stylet. I personally go with the 11 French Cook stylet, which is the size of this one, and I push it in until I get to 25 centimeters at the teeth. The reason for 25 centimeters at the teeth is you know you are well past the cricoid cartilage and you know that it is in, but you're above the carina, so you're not hurting the patient. This thing, there are reports of these things being pushed through the trachea wall with aggressive management. Then the surgeon is going to ask you to pull the trach or pull the ET tube back. And then what you're going to do is you're going to look over the screen and you're going to pull the ET tube back very slowly until you can see that the tube has come out of the field of the surgeon, and yet the stylet remains. There you can see the stylet, the tube is out of the way, and now you just sit here just like this. Go back over. The surgeon can put the trach in. This small of stylet does not get in the way of the surgeon if they don't get it exactly right the first time. And I want to emphasize this, do not aggressively bag the patient. If you don't get CO2 easily, it is likely that the trach is not in, regardless of what the surgeon tells you. Be aggressive in saying, I don't think it's in, double check, but that's why this stylet is still here. You can then push your tube back in and you know you're back in the trachea. I do this on every single trach I do, even the simplest ones, even the ones that appear to be the simplest as possible. I have had one very bad experience with a very strong and aggressive resident many years ago, and that patient ultimately did have a cardiac arrest from a badly placed trach by a surgeon. So I always use a stylet, and I always leave it in until I am confirmed that the surgically placed trach is in.